Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for December 2020. Um, this is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, those who have planets in Aries, whatever brought you to the reading really, is that's what you're here for. So some of you are nudged this way, your guides are nudging you this way. Thank you for paying attention. So anyways, I'm not going to talk a lot because we're going to use a lot of cards for this month. This is for the month of December. I'm also feeling urged to get your readings out early for December, maybe because it's a chaotic month for a lot, and this can kind of help set some up. I don't know. We'll see. As I shuffle the cards, I'm just going to give you a couple announcements. If you are buying a personal reading as a gift for the holidays, please let me know in your email. And if you buy a reading, which it has to be through PayPal, and you use another name, let's say you use your sister's card, let me know that too, so I can definitely put you together, right? Make sure that I know who's who. Also, I have a few people who have purchased readings already where I have not received any email with your questions or situations. So if you're waiting for a reading, now this is not really, I think it's the very beginning of November is where I have someone who, two people actually, that I'm waiting for your email. I can't do anything without, I mean, I can just do a reading, but you probably have specific questions. So that's it. If you are buying your reading for yourself, what you want to do is after you purchase your reading through PayPal, send me an email. I'd say do it sooner versus later, even though you might have to wait up to 2 weeks. I still read your emails. I read your situation, and there's certain days where I'm definitely called to do someone's reading. I can feel it, right? So I'd say get your questions in as soon as you are close to when you purchase your reading, and gives me lots of time to think about you and fill out your situation and that type of thing. So it can only help, not hurt. Anyway, let's get into your reading. So we're going to use first of all, we're going to use the major arcanas, but first of all, what we're going to start with is the Mother Mary Oracle cards. I did this for Gemini, Pisces, and now you. There's 2 signs I did before that are probably going to be upset because I didn't do it for them, but I didn't feel called at that point. Now I do. So we're just going to take 1 or 2. And it's just going to be included in our reading. This is why I'm doing it. Normally I pull this at the end, but I have to tell you, I like pulling it in the beginning now because I see how clearly it fits in the reading. And I've been relating back to it and back to it. Open your heart. Open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. Open your heart. Look at the bottom of the deck. I wasn't going to look, but trust. So, we will leave this there. Thank you. And now let's get into the major arcanas. I believe we already cut them. So, I'm shooting for 3. These are going to be what I call the bullet points of your reading. Your monthly readings are usually pretty long. You know that. But I feel like it needs to, we need detail. You know where you are. You know where you've been. You want to know where you're going. What's the potential? And that's what we're looking for. What's the potential? We're looking for the truth. Sometimes the truth can hurt. Sometimes the truth will set you free. Right? So, let me stop talking. We have the Moon, card of Pisces. I did their reading right before yours. I'm doing the readings in random order for the month of December. I don't know why. I just am. We have the World. We have the Chariot. Also, you know, Cancer is ruled by the Moon, and the Chariot is also a card of Cancer. You could have two different Cancers that I'm dealing with. Then I have the Hermit, card of Virgo. I don't really look at the major arcana, to be honest with you, as people. Sometimes, they can be, but I feel like they're much, much more, as in what I'm really feeling here is this is about what? Opening your heart. So I feel like what's happening here is we come into this reading with like a shadow cast over what potentially could be a new beginning for you, a new portal, a new chapter, whatever you want to call it. It opens with the World. So, entering into this chapter is, I feel like, can only be a great thing. I feel like this is talking about, for some of you, where you are really starting to move within your spirituality. Like you are real, like there's still things that are unknown to you. But I have to say, I feel like it doesn't matter if they're unknown or not. I feel like you're just gonna move forward. I feel like you're just gonna move forward, whether things are known or unknown. But I do feel the energy of like the shadow being cast over this new beginning. The new beginning includes this Hermit, so maybe a Virgo, um, maybe not. It's going to talk about you, where this is truly moving into your spirituality, right? The Hermit is the energy of really going through the dark night of the soul. But as I'm going through that dark night of the soul, I'm seeking the light. And really, this is where, we learn so much from the dark. We fear the dark, right? But we learn so much. It's almost like the moon is the shadow, the Hermit is illuminating. So perhaps, um, it's like your future is being illuminated. Okay, let's add in our next deck, which is what I call the meat and potatoes. It's the story. Sometimes it's the lesson, right, to get us to our highest potential. We open the reading Mother Mary again, saying, I allow myself to feel full range of emotions, especially forms of love. All forms of love. All forms of love. There's a magician on the bottom of the deck. See if he comes out. Okay. Well, that didn't take long. Alright, we have the Two of Wands. So, it's exactly what I feel like, what I felt earlier. Like, even though there is a shadow that's casting, um, you know, it's casting some darkness over this new potential, this new choice, whatever it is, this new chapter. I feel like that you're going anyways, and Two of Wands is kind of telling me that. What it's telling me is it feels like you're in your true energy, feeling your true self. And, Aries, you're all about the new beginnings. You're right. You lead us, so to speak. We have the Six of Swords. Some of you may be taking a trip. You may be leaving some energy that doesn't feel right to you, whether it be a person or just people around me, just where I live, whatever it is. It feels like something doesn't, like I know that something doesn't feel right here. And therefore, I'm thinking of going out there. Not thinking. I feel like some of you may be planning, like planning the first step. Let's keep going. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. Some of you may have felt like that you've had to make a sacrifice to put you on what feels like the right path. Something had to be sacrificed, but it feels like it's in the highest good to do this. And that could be the moon. And I don't mean Pisces, but that could be, again, feeling the energy of like the shadow. Right? But there's like, some of you, I feel like you're traveling by the moonlight. Something you do will be done in the moonlight. Interesting. It's like the day that you do, I feel like for something, like the day that you do something, the day that you make this move, if it's in the night, and I guess it would be the night, I think you're going to notice that the moon seems especially bright for you. Now, is it? I don't know. But for you, it feels that way. And I feel like that's what something like you might say at that moment is like, wow, it feels like the moon is really like illuminating everything. Is bright, right? I feel like the moon is really bright tonight, and it's helping me on my journey, I feel like. This could be a past life. I don't know. Okay, anyway. So we have the Hierophant here, a card of Taurus, also a card of change, right? Number 5. This is about your higher self. It's like, you know, the keys to the kingdom have to go through the Hierophant. You know, the Hermit is about gaining that wisdom. What wisdom? The wisdom that I can live within this lifetime, this earth, on this earth, as a light of beacon, as a beacon of light, sorry. That's what I feel the Hermit is. I feel the Hierophant is many things, but I feel like what it's saying is, number one, it's about your belief system, but I feel like it's you living within, you know, it's almost like I'm giving my higher self permission to kind of take over this journey. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. So we have, you know, it's interesting. We have, you know, the Hierophant right next to the Devil, and it kind of feels like light and dark, light and dark. We have the Three of Cups, 33, coming out in almost every reading, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you may be leaving this Queen. Let me pull these over. I feel like some of you may be leaving this Queen. Listen, whether this be love or work or within my creative abilities. But some of you may be heading towards this Queen. It's interesting how I'm feeling that. We have the Strength card coming under the Hierophant. So, you know, this is where you gain the strength you need to allow yourself to move through that shadow and enter into this next chapter, right? It's the Strength card and the Hierophant together. You know, that's what it's saying. Like, you know, if you need to overcome something, it's within yourself. It's your belief system. It's your I don't know how to say this, but like your higher self. You know, the Strength card to me is the balance of the light and the dark, of the light and the shadow, I should say. Both equally part of me, right? It's you know, maybe it's the understanding that, listen, this isn't about trying to eliminate the shadow. That's part of me. That can be where the ego lives sometimes, and sometimes you need your ego to step forward. So anyway, I feel that energy. I'm also seeing the infinity as above, so below, with the Hierophant right above that. Some of you, it's like, you know, source and Just the love of the angels, everyone helping you within this energy. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Prince of Cups. So the Prince of Cups is bringing something in. It's interesting that he's coming from the energy of the devil. Again, can be Capricorn. Well, he's got the devil above him, but above the devil is the hermit. So, I feel like if we consider the devil the shadow, let's say, well, that's where the hermit kind of lives, right? The hermit is, as we age, like, we easily go into that shadow and come back out. Like, we can go into that shadow, do what we need, and come back out. It's while we're learning. Oh, what do you mean? I can control this? Yes, that's what you learn in the strength card. Yes, you control the shadow and the light, and it's finding the balance. So, and I kind of feel that here, and I feel there's no way, if that's the lesson that you need or something you need to hear, I feel you'd hear it. Okay, we have two extra cards. We have the Princess of Pentacles. Huh, who's with the Prince of Pentacles? What's going on with these two? Look at that. That can be like a brother and sister. Can also be two lovers of an earlier time. Can be two young lovers. It's like cross-starred lovers. But they're very much alike, right? They are on similar paths. They really want the same thing. This feels like, if I'm talking about a couple here, it doesn't matter that they're pentacles. I feel like what it's talking more is about, these are two people who, want to build a strong foundation for themselves. Maybe these two people had gone on an individual journey, right? I had to go build my pentacles. I had to go build my pentacles. Perhaps it was together, perhaps it was separate. But both journeys, like, equally important. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So that's why I kind of feel like this may have been of an earlier time. And then we have this Prince of Cups. This Prince of Cups is someone who's bringing in a cup to you. It's a cup of emotion. It's in the emotion family, right? It's in the water family. So how will it make me feel? Well, it will make me feel giddy and listen. Whether I accept it or not, it's going to make me feel good. But again, I feel like someone is very like-minded. Listen, this can talk about, like, these two people. Again, let's not even care about what sign they are. These are two people who perhaps have gone on separate journeys. Both their journeys equally important, and it's about each of them learning to strengthen themselves. Um, I see the devil and I see the lovers within the devil, right? But in that energy, I feel chained to it. I just feel chained to that person. Here, I almost feel like these two people may have agreed. Like, this could talk about going to two different colleges. That's kind of what I feel like. Um, Anyway, so I feel like that has happened. I feel like you have lived your life. They have lived their life. And now I feel like what it's talking about, just the way they're showing up together, that perhaps, because this Prince of Cups is here, one of the other will find the other. Not just find them, but, I'm seeing the celebration over this new start, right? Even though there's a shadow here, I'm willing to walk through that shadow anyways, because the moon just seems awful bright. It seems awful bright. Like, I'm not going to trip and fall, because the moon is lighting my way. So I'm saying yes to this potential new chapter. I can definitely see you're saying it with the Two of Wands. It's telling me that. And then there's movement right behind it. So within this movement, I feel like I'm talking really fast, but like the story's coming to me like that. Within this movement, listen, I do feel like, some of you are thinking of the past, and I feel like that is why they're coming up like this. but yet today you're moving towards the future, right? You're letting go of, whatever the toxicity that you feel is, and it's kind of showing us the path, right? Down here we have the Three of Cups. I don't feel anything negative within his Three of Cups, so I know that it's the energy of celebrating, right? I'm celebrating. What are you celebrating? Well, you know what? You're celebrating that you took that chance. You're celebrating that you moved anyway, right? Even though a shadow may cast itself, you are, I feel like there's a lot of cards of movement. The Chariot, the Six of Swords, Prince of Cups. It's just movement, right? So anyway, let's leave that there. Let's bring out the clarifiers. Look at that. We have the Hangman on the bottom of the deck. So that might be where Open Your Heart steps in, right? The Hangman's like, I don't know if I'm ready for a new adventure in my life. But Mother Mary says, open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love. All right, let's bring in the Cosmic Tarot. And let's break this down one more level. It's like when you enter in, this is interesting too. So here is this new chapter through the world, okay? It talks about walking within your spirituality, by the way. So we have you entering it because we have the movement right below that. And below that is the Queen of Pentacles. And again, you don't have to be an earth sign. But she's sitting there, and I feel like she feels very abundant. She feels very abundant here. So I feel like if I go back here now to the Princess of Pentacles, I do feel like it's the same person. So I feel like the journey that she was on to build her own foundation. Listen, I'm not going to say it was easy. There was probably a lot of highs and a lot of lows. There could have been marriage to other people, all of that. But I feel like ultimately what this is saying is that she has grown. And to me, I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very grounded, unless she's in reverse, and she's not. So she has abundance around her, but not only that, she's got a reason to celebrate. And I have to be honest, it all seems to happen before this Prince of Cups even shows in the picture. So it's almost like I'm seeing this Queen's story, and this reading is saying, well, the Prince's story isn't that much different, right? It may be different circumstances, but it's not that much different. So I'm going to be interested to see if the King of Pentacles shows up. Okay. I have my laptop, my desk, pretty close to the heater because I'll be honest, I get cold very easily. But I just noticed lately, like, I hear the heat come on, and I wonder, because I've had some sound complaints, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. If it does, I apologize. Okay, back into the reading. What is this shadow? What is maybe a potential block to this next chapter? It's a lot of cards, but we're going to take them. We have the Prince of Swords. We have the Empress. Look at this. We have the Princess of Cups. Okay, first of all, we have the Prince of Cups who's bringing in the opera. Remember, these are the major arcanas. These are the bullet points. This is the story, really. So anyways, we have this Prince of Cups that's showing up in your story, who is bringing in this cup. We have the Princess of Cups now, who is the energy of receiving a cup, sometimes unexpectedly. And that may be what the shadow is like, you may hear some communication from someone of your past. And I feel like as the Empress sitting here, this could be someone from a while ago. Let's keep going. Look at this with Seven of Pentacles, your seed of intention. Also the energy of patience, by the way. Princess of Pentacles. Well, hello, King of Pentacles. I'm happy he is out. And he's coming right over that Two of Wands. And then look at this. We have the Hierophant. So for some of you, this is definitely a Taurus. Looking right back at that King of Pentacles. But again, it doesn't matter what sign it is. What it's showing is this new start, right? Right at the Two of Wands. Here is this King of Pentacles. So this is me passionately thinking about moving forward in this energy, right? I feel like what it's saying is I really don't want to take much of my past with me. I really don't. I feel like maybe communication comes in from this king, you know, and I'm going to be honest, I feel like for the queen, I feel like honestly, like she's sitting pretty, like pretty. Like she's sitting pretty. She's okay. She's okay by herself. She's okay by herself financially. It doesn't mean, I'm rich, I'm the head of my company, but maybe she is the head of a company. You know what I mean? Because I feel like whatever journey this Princess of Pentacles took, she took she learned, she absorbed, she grew from that. And we know that because here is the queen. The same with the prince. What's this prince doing now? He's bringing in a pentacle. Well, here is the king. I mean, I don't know, guys, right? Here is the king. Here's this Princess of Pentacles again, sitting next to the Seven of Pentacles. Listen, this King of Pentacles may have been in the energy of the Hermit. Also could be a Virgo. But, well, in that energy, you may have been on their mind, because here is the Princess of Pentacles that in some way, when I'm going through this dark night of the soul looking for that light, what shows in my mind, in my heart, is this Princess of Pentacles. Here she is. Someone may be thinking to themselves, perhaps he is the one, right? With the Seven of Pentacles right there. I do know that this is something that probably has happened quite a while ago, because I feel like Seven of Pentacles, it's also reminding us that we need to we need to be patient, right? We need to allow that seed to truly blossom, because if we pick that seed too soon, it's going to crumble up and die. So, whatever is happening between these two journeys, like, let them come to fulfillment. And I feel like they do, because here is the king and here is the queen. It's almost like I want to read this backwards. And I feel like it is because of saying the dark night of the soul, but it doesn't mean I have to be down on my knees. Maybe I'm just seeking some true answers from the universe, right? This king may have also severed tears with something that was toxic to them. Perhaps you did, because I feel that energy is here. Anyway, we got more cards. Let's keep going. The Magician. So the Magician is coming over the Hierophant. and the Chariot. So this is about someone's belief system. What someone truly feels is meant for them, because it's coming also with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Chariot, you know, it is about the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the shadow and the light and the balance, the beautiful balance. The Magician creating out of that energy that will always bring you your seed. You know, your seeds don't have to be exactly what you think they're going to be. But with a World card here first, you know, it's of a very high nature. It's weird I keep saying that word. There is the Emperor. So, card of Aries. Seven of Swords. And the Moon again. Just like in many readings, I feel like what this is saying is this may not be something I rush into, especially with the Two of Wands. So maybe I hear someone out, right? I hear someone out because honestly, there's things I don't know why certain things took place. Maybe. That type of thing. I do feel like you're hearing someone out and making a decision from there, but I feel like you're making it from a very different perspective than who you were. So, you know, making a decision from the Princess of Pentacles energy versus the Queen's energy. I feel like it's very different. Very different, right? I've had much growth in my life. Right? I'm sitting here and I'm in the energy of having all I need, really, so to speak. But that's material. Emotional though. Do you have all you need emotionally? Because for some reason, open your heart is what Mother Mary wants to bring out. Again, the Moon. So, card of Pisces with that Seven of Swords. So, I'm just wondering, like, you know, again, is there energy that I'm not sure of, that I can't trust? Because I don't know all the facts, and maybe that's what this King is bringing you, the facts, to remove that shadow, like, once and for all. Maybe. We have the Princess of Wands, so she's my go-getter. She's my, she's the one who will take a chance. She'll spin that wheel, and doesn't matter where it stops, that's where she'll go. Right? She's all about adventure, but she's got to feel passion for it too. If passion isn't part of it, she can get bored by it. So it's important that I follow my desires, and I'm coming right over the Queen. So we have the Three of Wands. Beautiful. That's the energy of optimism. Look at this, the Three of Swords. Huh. That's weird. Right? We have two completely opposite energies. The Three of Wands, where I'm feeling optimistic about my future. The Three of Swords, where I'm feeling hurt. I'm feeling the pain of, right? This Three of Swords is attached to this cup. You know, it's attached to this cup. So it's showing me, if nothing else, that, you know, that your heart was hurt. That might be why Open Your Heart was the very first card, because your very last card is the Three of Swords. That doesn't mean it exists. It just means look at it. Look to see if it's affecting future decisions, right? See if it's affecting future decisions, because beside it, and right beside the Princess of Wands, is the Three of Wands, and that is optimism. And right above it is the Magician. This is the energy I create from. You know, I feel like for someone, I feel like go back to when you were growing up, and potentially how your father maybe treated your mother, maybe treated you, maybe just treated women, and see if that's something that's stuck to you, right? Because that doesn't belong to you. Like it's not, you don't need it, right? That's theirs. Like, I feel like I'm like pulling it off my chest and throwing it back to the universe. Like, this is not mine, right? I was young, I was a child, what have you. Um, so don't allow yourself to live in, and what does that mean? That means that I made my decisions regarding love or regarding life out of that energy, right? Because I took it on as my own. So I feel like if I need to reflect back, for some of you, that may be that pinpoint that frees you, to frees your heart. So, you know, um, Aries, it seems like a love story. It seems like one that took place at one time. It seems like two people needed to go on these separate journeys. I feel like two have very similar paths. I do see the growth of both, from the princess to the queen, the prince to the king. Here they are. And honestly, what I said to myself is, if this is meant to be, allow the King of Pentacles to come out, and here he is. And he's not even that far from the Queen. So take it or leave it. But something's coming in, and maybe it surprises you, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's been a long time coming, but nonetheless, it's part of someone's seed of intention, and it's sitting right next to the princess, who I feel now is the queen. So, don't allow daddy issues to um, affect you, affect your present moment, because your present moment is creating your future, right? Um, just look at it. That's it. Because I don't feel like you're saying no to this. I feel like you're saying yeah. I feel like you're taking a chance. I don't even. I feel like if you allow yourself, there's not even fear, and that doesn't happen very often. That's just the truth, right? And maybe because Mother Mary said, "I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, the full range, especially all the forms of love." So that is where I think I'm going to leave it. Because ultimately, it's always a personal choice. It's your decision, right? You can say no, and your life will be fine. You can say yes, and who knows? I feel a lot of passion down here. So remember that it's always what is it you want? What type of adventure is it that you want? But I can see you. I feel like you're like almost like I'm grounded enough now to take a leap. Now I'm grounded enough to take that leap. And I'm going to leave it there. Guys, as always, thank you for the honor of reading for you. I just love the stories that come out. I just love that the king came out. I knew that he would. I asked my guides, if it was meant to be, let him come out. Here he is. I'm just going to tell you that. Here is the story of two who who went on separate journeys, but each journey just as important as the other. Here is let's just say, the prince, who then brings this pentacle to the princess. Here it is, right? Here it is coming in. Here it is, right? Accepting. Well, I shouldn't say accepting, but it's coming right over the world, and the chariot. That kind of tells me that you take it, that you also feel meant to be. So it's not very often I do an Aries reading where I get this kind of deep love that feels rooted. This can be talking about past lives. Maybe you've had 7 past lives together. I don't know. But I feel that kind of, I don't want to say meant to be, because I don't want to influence you. I feel you'll be fine either way. Let's leave it that way. Clear up the issues, move through the shadow, and all will be well. I love you. Thank you. As always, thank you for support of my work, support of my channel, through your donations, your subscriptions, your likes, your shares, your beautiful comments, letting it out. Feel free to let it out. Like, let it out. Just put it in paragraphs though. Don't put it in like comment after comment after comment. Do it in paragraphs. Makes it easier to read. Because really, if it's just one big long thing, you get lost in it. So, anyways, but I love to read them because I feel you guys in here. I even feel the new people. Um, why? Because I know your guides know that you're going to be here. So, anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys. Thank you as always. Don't forget your monthlies for November. The monthly, the beginning of the month, and the mid month. I did 3. Crazy for November, and now your December is ready. I'm getting these early so that you can be, I don't want to say prepared for December, but I feel like you're going to be busy. And it's good to have this information going in. So I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye bye.